So here's what's possible when you stop making the mistake of using old, tired Spanish learning methods and you lock in with an actual Spanish learning system, right? I'm gonna tell you something about myself. So when I first came to Mexico, I didn't speak any Spanish, right? I didn't know Spanish. All I knew was uno, dos, tres. I took the high school and college. Might have made an A here and there, but like I never could actually speak Spanish confidently, right? I could never do it like effectively to a point that you could say you actually speak Spanish, right? Never could. So I took a lot of the courses. I did. I took. I used Duolingo. All these. I used so many different read books. I did so many different things. But what I want to just tell you, what Mexico taught me about speaking Spanish, and I hope this inspires you. Is that speaking Spanish is about speaking from the heart, right? It's not about memorization. It's not about grammar. It's not about any of that, right? So I'll give you an example. So when I went, so this is like during the pandemic, right? I had been speaking Spanish for a little bit, and I decided to go to Guadalajara. I wanted to go. I was heard about it. I always heard good things about it. But now this was the middle of the pandemic, right? So I was there, and everything was like the pandemic was just now starting off, and my lease was up, so I was kind of just traveling really just with a suitcase for real. Um, so everything was shut down. I was thinking about leaving because I was like, man, I came here. I wanted to talk to people. I wanted to go out. Woo doo doo woo. And I almost left. But then I was like, let me just try something. Let me just stay a little longer, right? And I'm so glad I did, right? So what I ended up doing, I found like a co-working spot and I found another Airbnb, and that is what changed everything. That's how I started to feel home in Mexico. So the Airbnb had about like I don't know, it was actually kind of crazy. It was like 7 or 8 people in there, and we were all like the same age. Just like I was kind of like my late 20s. I was like 26, 27 around this time, I believe. Yeah. And I had been speaking Spanish, but I was only American in there. Everybody else was from like other parts of Mexico. It was really cool. It was I don't know. It kind of felt like a reality TV show. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I said, several different people. Man, I was hearing laughter, arguments, fighting. So much stuff was going on in that house, man. I mean, it was so wild. And then the other cool thing is that like they knew people, and like their friends would come over, and we'd hang out, and I would learn more Spanish, have more time to practice, and a lot of to be honest with you, like it's not about being perfect. Like I don't think my Spanish then was like magnificent, but to be honest with you, it wouldn't be where it is today if I didn't go, right? If I didn't go to Guadalajara and actually just and do and talk to all those people, that's where I get the name. That's where I got the name El Huicho from too. Was in Guadalajara. They would call me El Huicho. So I mean, it was so many cool stuff. I learned so much stuff. I mean, it was awesome, man. It was really fun. I met so many people. Some people I still talk to today. From that whole experience, it was really wild, man. Because like I said, it was COVID. And I was saying too. They had like little underground, like little stuff going on. Like people were going to. We were all relatively young. Like there wasn't any like older people around. So there's times like we were all like in our 20s. So it was pretty chill. They were like we going like little house parties and stuff because all the clubs were closed. So we go to this spot, we go to that spot. I go there, we talking and practice my Spanish. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So it was really cool, man. And I really hope that like you guys lock in with an actual Spanish learning system like that I have, and stop using all those tried like those tired ass methods like memorizing and grammar rules and Duolingo and shit, man. Because like, man, I would have never got. I feel like there's so many experiences you guys are missing out on not being able to speak Spanish. And I want you to speak Spanish. I want you to so bad because I wish there was somebody like me talking about learning Spanish when I was in your shoes, right? Like when I was searching on YouTube, trying to find out. Like I found some decent teachers. Don't get me wrong, but there were still some things I didn't they didn't address, right? And that's what my Spanish learning system addresses now, in this system. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I just like I said, man, I feel like it's my life mission. I just want you guys to experience the feeling of being home in Mexico, right? The feeling of meeting new people, making friends, having experiences you never would have experienced before, right? Like being that cool bilingual guy or gal that can switch between sentences and translate for different groups of people, and you just being that, oh yeah, yo hablo español. No, 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 no preocupa, puedo hablar español para ti. Si necesitas, señora, señora. It's like, just roll off the tongue, just with confidence, fluidness. You're not afraid of anything, right? Anything that life throws at you, ready. So, if you are interested in my Spanish learning system, I got a master class video you can sign up for in the link in the description box below. There's also, you can book a one-on-one Spanish strategy call with me too, so we can, talk to you about what you need to, how to help you learn Spanish and see where you're, stuck at. It's all right, y'all. It's your boy Lou, man. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.